ranking every team's NFL free agency so far. First team up the Saints. Well, how do we feel about the Saints?
Let's see. So, what have the Saints done this season or done so far? I know that they have been able to. Dang, what have they done? I know they lost Paulson Adebo, which obviously hurts. One of the better corners in the NFL, one of the more underrated corners in the NFL that doesn't get talked about as much as I like. And without him, obviously, gonna be. I do like that opportunity to give Kool Aid McKinstry some more opportunity.
Mm,
So,
it's my
yeah,
dog.
go out there and possibly you know get those extra opportunities. But
Because Saints become the Chiefs' safety home after you're done with the Chiefs. They picked the Justin Reed. Fill that gap.
yeah, I mean, what they did good, locking down some of their guys, Jawan Johnson, Chase Young. Jawan Johnson contract was kind of big, honestly,
Yeah, I
but
didn't think it was gonna get that much. 10 a year, 3 years. I didn't think it was gonna get
uh
that much.
yeah, they signed Will Clapp, which he's an icon. So shout out Will Clapp,
Honestly, I saw
like
a
him a
lot of
lot.
people
But
mad about this Chase Young deal when it first came out. But after seeing some of these like players, what they've been getting, I mean, he's like
Yeah,
17 a mil a year still sounds like a lot, which it is. But he's getting under 20, and there's players getting paid over 35 at that position. So
yeah,
I feel like it's not the worst contract. I don't know the contract details exactly, so I don't know if there's void years or not. But like a lot of these team deals are structured to be 2 year deals, where that last year is usually a void year or like no cap hit type of year.
uh-huh.
So I don't feel as bad as that contract does. Honestly, if this was up to me, I would put them at probably C. I haven't really seen them improve too much, but they haven't really lost anything either. Just middle of the pack.
Yeah,
yeah,
they also I will say they got rid of Willie Gay. Willie Gay was like literally one of the worst linebackers in football last year. So, I think they did a good job at getting rid of the people they need to, and hopefully they're going to restructure and resign in the draft. But that remains to be seen. So I'm excited. I think they haven't made any big leaps and bounds so far, but you know it could I could see them doing a jump. They've signed a lot of depth pieces, so I like that. That's what free agency's for, signing depth, and hopefully they're going to go get some of their stars in the draft. So we shall see.
but like the Saints, I don't feel like obviously is like the goal for an NFL team. But right now for this year, I don't think their goal is to win a lot.
Yeah,
So for
totally.
what they're gonna do, it's not bad.
Yeah, but I just don't think it. Like, would you classify it as a good free agent? Like, I feel like C. Like looking at
No,
C
no, no.
here, maybe I should have named them differently. But I feel like C is just middle. Like you haven't really done bad, but you
No,
haven't
yeah, that's
really
cool.
done
That's cool.
good.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
all
good with
right.
the gray. I'm good with the gray.
All right, here we have the Dolphins picking up the QB of the future, the GOAT, Zach Wilson,
Yep, yep.
which will
Look,
probably
but
be
it's Zach
placed a
Wilson's
couple
time, bro.
games, because Tua seems to believe his head is unstoppable. Other than that, I feel like this has been a lot of depth pieces. We haven't really seen them go out and really sign anybody major. Like we have Willie Gay Jr., Artie Burns, Ryan
Yeah, which I
Stonehouse, the
literally
punter,
just talked about being
I
one
didn't
of the
even know that
worst
dude was on the
linebackers.
Chiefs no more, bro.
Farrell
I didn't even
Brown,
know that dude.
Alexander Madison, the old Raiders running back, KJ Britt, Tyler Dodson. Like this is a lot. Nick Westbrook. I think this is actually I like this contract for them a lot. They didn't give up too much money to get him. I feel like he was a great target for the Times last year. Had 9 touchdowns on only 500 yards. I feel like that could be a great receiver 3 for you, and I feel like you got him for the cheap. But like this has just been a lot of depth pieces, and you lost what? Um, you lost your safety. They're in a perfect spot to replace him immediately, in my opinion. I feel like there's not a team that's gonna go safety beyond them. Maybe the Cowboys, but even then, like there's two really good safeties in this
Yeah,
class.
and like they didn't spend too much money. Their cap should still be fine. Nothing crazy though.
So where do you think we should put them?
I mean, I feel like C is also the right spot for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Nothing too crazy. Just making that roster complete, kind of.
All right, now here we
Mhm.
have the Ravens,
The
who
Ravens.
haven't really done much either. They brought in
They
DeAndre
signed him.
Hopkins. They re-signed
Yeah,
Ronnie Stanley. I feel like those are two
that's
moves
good for
here.
them.
But
Fine, Cooper Rush.
yeah, Cooper Rush.
Yeah, I think they locked down a lot of guys. Got Pat Ricard, got Ben Cleveland back, Ronnie Stanley, of course. Um, letting a lot of guys, exploring free agency. Uh, they had Chris Board leave them, which Chris Board was not great overall. So that honestly isn't a huge loss. They got Brandon Stevens also left, which once again Nate Wiggins should be taking over that role, but they really haven't made a lot of moves. I like their re-signings. I think they've done really well with the people that they have re-signed. Obviously go back and get your guys because this is a team that did so well in previous years. So why would you not? But they haven't made any splash moves, I'd say.
I think re-signing Ronnie Stanley was really good for them.
Yeah, I'm middle of the pack about Ronnie Stanley. I think he has contributed to them, but he's also, not the best tackle in the league, obviously, and he's got his
Yeah,
drawbacks. I've seen him on occasions make a lot of mistakes that have cost a lot for the Ravens. So, but once again, Gwen got the guys, so we'll never be mad about that.
we're also in the like you don't need to have a top five tackle to be happy with one. I feel like.
Yep, totally.
I feel like what? C again, B.
Yeah, nothing that's really gonna change the team around. So yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
We'll put him at C. We have Bengals here,
All right. Well,
who really their off-season priority is re-signing their players, which they have done. It would costed a lot of money.
but and I think that's important. I think, sometimes you just have to,
Keep your quarterback happy.
yeah. I mean, if that's how they want to build a team, that's how they want to build a team. They also re signed some other defensive people. They re signed BJ Hill, which I like BJ Hill a lot, Cody Ford, Mike Gesicki, Tanner Hudson. So, once again, retooling, re-getting their dudes. As for people they went out and got, they went and got Samaje Perine back, which I like Samaje Perine playing for the
Yeah.
Bengals. Bring your guy home. Other than that, some more depth pieces. Oren Burks, who I like at DB from the Eagles, but they haven't really addressed any of their issues. I think they signed. So, honestly, I think they've made really good moves and haven't made necessary moves. So I think it stops them from being any higher than a C. But I think, they're not terrible either. So
Yeah, but I think like re-signing Jamar Chase, T Higgins was like really big. Well, T Higgins was like I think they could have went without him, but Jamar Chase was really big.
The thing is, with those three players now, you're paying them a
Yeah,
combined year of 120 million.
yeah,
yeah. That's what I say. Like without T Higgins, probably, but I mean, if that was making them happy, I guess
And now
try to keep your QB.
if he also gets, I mean, if what's his name? If Trey Henderson also gets signed to, let's just say a $35 million deal. That's like 100, damn near 60 million in just 4 players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But I feel
but
like people underestimate how good defensive players out of the draft can be. I feel like people are like underestimate. I mean, the Bengals haven't been that great of a drafting team, but I feel like there's a lot of
it's
talent in this year's draft where I feel
it's
like you
hard to
can
go
build
wrong
a
this year.
decent defense like that. Towards that
Yeah,
streak they went on towards the end of the year because their defense went from very bad to okay, and they were
yeah.
winning games. So I feel like that's all they need to do. Broncos here, obviously,
Yeah.
a. I mean, you gotta discuss no further.
Yeah. Great. Added
Yeah, no.
great added at positions of need and added some of the best players available. So
I mean, these are
amazing.
kind of risk. I mean, boomer bust type of players as Jerry Greenlaw dealing with that Achilles tear. Hufunga hasn't only played like 16 games these past 2 seasons, but the Broncos health staff, knock on wood, has kept the Broncos very healthy these past couple years. So I feel like that is perfect opportunity for them. Evan Ingram is a signing that really fits a position in need. Gives Bo another
Hmm.
option if the draft goes terrible. They got PS2. I know it's not about this, but their market value on PS2 amazing. They've been really smart with their money so far, and they just didn't overpay for anybody in this free agency class. It's what I really like.
No, yeah, the contracts are definitely really good. They re-signed some good pieces. Like we got our long snapper back. We got a punter. Trust that special teams. Our backup quarterback that Bo Nix loves. And just DJ Jones and just some special teams guy, Justice Trinad.
All right, next team
Definitely a
here,
good free agency.
the Giants.
Giants, I don't know. They signed a lot of
What have they done?
really bad O linemen. They signed Stone Forsythe, who was terrible on the Seahawks. They signed Greg Van Roten, who was he was serviceable, but I just a lot of those moves. I do like. I will say they've retooled their secondary amazingly.
Yeah.
As I was talking
Yeah.
about earlier, Paulson Adebo, great, very, very underrated player in the league. Javon Holland, super good player. So I really like those moves a lot, honestly. And they've re-signed people like Darius Slayton and a few other key pieces. So I really do like what the Giants have done this offseason so far, honestly. I would personally give them an A, but I like what they've done so far.
I think that that Darius Slayton content has been getting clowned on a lot, but for a receiver, I feel like it's actually a good deal. I get it. You should have paid that money to Barkley. But I feel like take that contract out of that. It's a good contract. I feel like the Giants here get a B.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. I'll get a B just because I mean the O line got addressed, but is it really like addressed? So like yeah.
Yeah.
Vikings here.
Agree. Vikings. You know, they've made it very clear that JJ McCarthy will be their starting quarterback next season.
Yeah.
And I think, that in of itself is a great move. So first and foremost, amazing choice by them. They signed Jonathan Allen. They signed Javon Hargrave.
Ryan
They
Kelly.
got
I think
Brian Kelly and Will Fries, Rondell Moore. They re-signed Byron Murphy. I mean, re-signed Aaron Jones. So
Yeah.
they really just
Smith
gone
comes
out.
back.
Yeah, went out and they got some of the best players available in free agency, re-signed
Hmm.
some of their guys who have shown that they are some of the most amazing, like that got them to that amazing record last year. So they signed Isaiah Rogers as well. I mean, Tavier Thomas off the Bucks, who was not that bad. You know, they just went and got a lot of really really good guys, and even if there's not big, splash guys, a lot of good depth pieces. So honestly, I'm giving this offseason an A personally. I think they did very very well.
I would agree with that.
Like they haven't lost much. Well, they also traded for Jordan Mason,
Yep.
which I think he's a good RB2. You know what I'm saying? And they just gained a lot of really good players. Yeah, definitely. Nah.
All right, we have the Rams here, who brought in Devontae to replace Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp was done a little dirty there, but that's the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they lost him. The only other significant thing I can think of that they did was sign Puna Ford, who is a good veteran pass rusher to lead that really young but really talented team. That really talented front four. So, I like it overall. I think obviously losing a guy who's supposed to be a career guy in Cooper Kupp kind of sucks. Devonta Adams, obviously, people I don't think give him a credit for how good he still is, and he definitely should be considered an elite pickup, and he is an elite pickup. So I think it's going to be helpful to Matt Stafford. But other than that, all those are pretty big splash moves. But I think it was kind of like an eye for an eye thing there.
Yeah.
So I would be fine with giving them like a B.
McNeese is up by 18.
Oh my God, Clemson, what are you doing?
My bracket's cooked.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, also restructuring Matthew Stafford really helps them like not have to take a quarterback in the weak quarterback class. So I think that was a plus for them.
Bucks here, they mainly focused on bringing back their own. Brought back Chris Godwin. I feel like it was a team-friendly deal. Brought in
It was good.
Hassan Reddick. I feel like it's been a good free agency so far. Haven't really said it's like too great. If I had to give it a grade here, I'd probably say B.
Yep, I would agree.
Yeah.
I already need some trash free agencies. Too many goodness going on.
But the team's just honest ratings, man.
I got the Lions here.
Lions, they went and got DJ Reed. Love that. They went and got who else did they get? I'm trying to think. Roy Lopez from the Cardinals, which I like a lot. Yeah, a lot of depth guys. Rock Yassin, older guy, but I really do like the DJ Reed pickup.
Patrick.
So.
Tier C. I feel like they haven't really done much. They just replaced Charleston Davis. I feel like it was an upgrade there, but I feel like it hasn't really been that much difference. I mean, maybe you could push for a B.
Nah, I wouldn't give it a B.
But I would say a C here.
Yeah, just because, I don't know, there's a lot of nothing crazy. There's nothing crazy that like improve the roster. So yeah.
Bears.
But
They said we're not drafting no O-line. We're drafting anything but O-line. Trading for Joe Tooney. Trading for that Rams guard. Signing a center in free agency. I would give them an A here. I feel like they've executed it greatly. They're playing to this. They're upgrading their biggest weaknesses of last year. We'll see what happens with Keenan Allen. Maybe they bring him back. But even then, I feel like it's been an A class.
They also got Grady Jarrett, which I really like.
Yeah.
And then if this just turns out to work out with all these O linemen they're bringing in, definitely an A, yeah. Especially if Gentry or Hampton goes to you.
49ers, probably one of our first bad ones. If I had to throw them an F here.
Yeah.
They just lost so much talent. They lost their greatest dog, Dre Greenlaw. They losing Hufanga. They brought back Juice, but they've lost Chardavius Ward. They've just been losing so
Debo.
many players. Devo, and
Yeah,
this
it's
is
just
probably preparing to pay Purdy. I feel like this is why they're losing so much.
Yeah,
definitely.
they brought back check after they did it, but that's the only plus for them. I feel like so. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Eagles here. Feel like they've also been losing a lot. Haven't really been able to replace it with much. Feel like it's not extreme as the 49ers though, so I'd probably go D. But for a championship team, it's really just about keeping your core players.
yeah. I wouldn't say they had a bad free agency. They just lost some talent, but like
Yeah.
the draft, that's what the draft's for.
Yeah.
And because they've drafted so well, they're protected from a lot of those stuff.
Like I think this is
Yeah,
purely based off of free agency. I think off season they could probably get a B if their draft class goes good. But like purely off of
yeah,
free agency, I feel like this is a D.
yeah. Because I don't think they ever retained.
They got the
I
Raiders.
mean, they got Zach Bond though.
Yes, sir.
After his good year, they like extended Saquon.
Raiders, they've also had an okay offseason. You know, they've signed a few guys. They haven't really. What? I know they got Jeremy Chin, but I'm not
They
really
traded for
sure.
Gino.
No one big, big.
Gino
I
is the
like the
big
Jeremy Chin
move.
Well,
contract.
oh yeah, and Gino. Fuck, I forgot about Gino. That
They brought
honestly,
most of it.
that alone gives them an A, just because that's like something they totally shouldn't have been able to pull off, and somehow, like, I don't even know how, but they did it, and they got away with armed robbery. So, you know, that's an amazing get for them, and they deserve all the praise in the world. And hopefully, he works out over there.
I don't agree.
Also
I don't agree.
retaining Max Crosby was also great for them.
I think Gino's okay, but he's 35. I don't think he should be. I mean, I think that was around his value. I don't think that the
Yeah,
Raiders really
it's
like
just surprising that.
robbed the Seahawks there.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
I would personally go B, but all right, Rory, so you decide A or B.
I mean, I feel they did bring some good pieces. I say just give it an A because bringing back Max Crosby was big for them. Geno Smith, he'll get the job done. I like the Jeremy Chin signing. It's cool. They had a good offseason.
All right, next pick the Packers here. I think they kind of overpaid a bit for the guard they brought in. I feel like
Mm.
he's like decent, not very. He's not like gonna really elevate the O line too much. Probably move your guard into center. They brought in McCole Hardman, Aaron Banks. Yeah, he got north of 20 million a year, which isn't terrible. Like I think if he does play good, this will be seen as a very good contract. Nate Hobbs, I think I actually kind of like that contract. Only 12 a year for 4 years. They didn't really give him too much.
Mhm.
And
It just depends. It depends how good they play. So like, think about it as like best case scenario. Like this is what they're getting. Like
I would go C here.
Yeah,
Like
if it works out,
I don't think it's been terrible to warrant a D, but I think it would be on the lower end of a C.
if it
yeah,
works out, it's cool though.
We have Washington here, who have been very
I,
active in free agency, bringing in Debo before free agency even started.
I'd definitely give it an A.
I would feel that too.
yep. I agree. Definitely made a lot of moves, and they understand that they're on Jaden Daniels' rookie contract, and they're trying to win now. So
I like
go
them
ahead and do
bringing
that.
back Bobby Wagner and Zach Ertz. I think they showed you enough where they could have a couple more years in them, if not just maybe just one more year, but still. Javon Kinlaw, I really like a lot. I feel like him coming in
Yeah, Javon Kinlaw is really good.
is a
Just
big, big way to replace
The
Jonathan.
trades they made favor a young quarterback.
So I feel like there has been an A free agency so far. They actually just signed Michael Gallup, pretty sure.
Okay. I
So
thought he retired.
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He
he
unretired.
unretired.
Oh,
So all right, here we have the Cardinals who open free agency off by signing Josh Sweat, which I think I really like that move personally. I feel like Josh Sweat's one of the
I
more
agree. Me
underrated
too.
players.
Yeah, it
I like
was really big for the Eagles this season. So I'm not sure who else they signed, but I do think that that was a really big, important signing.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, nobody too crazy that they brought back,
I
but
think the rest of these have mostly been depth pieces here. Yeah, so I would give it a B. I think I really like that Josh Sweat
yeah,
contract too.
that retaining depth. I mean, Baron Browning, he's a good player too.
Yeah.
Bring him back as depth. I mean, I think Josh Sweat really brings it up to a B.
Steelers here. I don't really. I think they got DK at an okay price, but I think he's just getting paid so much.
Yeah, he's getting paid a lot.
I mean, maybe with that Jamar Chase contract you could justify it, but I feel like it's a lot of money.
I don't think he's produced to be making like producing much, but like to be fair, that's what T Higgins also making.
So I'm not sure what I would put the Steelers. I mean, honestly, I feel like I would put them at C, maybe B.
Yeah.
But
Do they have a quarterback? Oh, they signed Darius Slay too. That's cool.
yeah,
Oh, that's right. No, honestly,
I think
I
Darius
think
Slay
B.
is getting old though.
yeah, he's still
He's still good.
serviceable.
He's still a good player.
Yeah, and especially for a team that needs that kind of like that was one of the Steelers' biggest issues was that perimeter corner piece.
Yeah,
So I
and
And
he
they
think
brings
brought
they
in
like
Mason
leadership.
Rudolph, the
And he
return.
yeah,
brings in what's
the goat.
he brings leadership to the what's it called the team too.
I'll put him at B then. We got Bills
Yeah,
here. What have the Bills done here in free agency?
They re-signed Greg Rousseau. I know that.
I think I like that
And
contract. I like Greg Rousseau a lot.
yeah, that's a good. That's good. What's it called? Oh, they extended Josh Allen.
oh yeah, they had the huge Josh Allen contract.
I think that was
Oh, they
actually pretty
brought in
good for
Joey
them too.
Bosa.
I thought he was gonna get a lot more. I don't really like the Joey Bosa move. That's the move I'll say I really don't like that much. Joey
Well, I
Bosa
mean,
just
12's not bad.
hasn't been that good.
12's not bad though.
Oh,
Like it's a
I
little
like the
much for
Joshua Palmer move more than the Joey Bosa move. I feel like when we watched Joshua Palmer, I felt like he was actually a decent receiver and can come in, be those safe
he's
safety blanket for Josh Allen. And he didn't get too
I
much
guess.
money, so I would probably give this a
Um,
B.
yeah,
All right,
that's good.
I could
I
live with
feel.
that.
Falcons here, who have just been getting their O lineman took.
Yeah, and their D tackle and Grady Jarrett, and they've just lost a lot of people. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think it's been rougher, more rough of an off season for them. Definitely.
They haven't really tried too hard to replace them. I would maybe go D here. I mean, Leonard Floyd,
like
it's
definitely.
a decent deal.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Leonard,
but
he's
only
alright.
10 year. I mean, only a 1 year deal. It's not gonna be too much. Devon Diablo, 2 year, 14 mil. They just haven't done much to try to replace those players that they lost. I would either go F or D here.
Yeah, I'd go
I
D.
think D. I don't think it's been that bad because like
Yeah, he has been
Floyd,
out like
Floyd,
that. Man.
like Diablo, he's also all right. So like, it's not like terrible. You have a terrible team now.
Yeah, like they've lost pieces, but nothing that they can't replace, and they haven't lost anything. They haven't lost like a Drake London for like something crazy or something like that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Seahawks here. Honestly, I don't really like their free agency so far. They've replaced DK and Tyler Lockett, Cooper Cup. and they replaced Geno
Injury
Smith
prone though.
with um um oh, what's his name? Goddamn, it's blanking.
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of discourse around that, just like talking about how it's maybe a retooling more than a redoing, which is like they're planning on changing their kind of offensive, I guess, game plan, which I'd be fine with. I still don't like it that much, but
I don't
I
like
mean,
it
they
that
also
much
brought in
either.
Demarcus Lawrence, who's a good player.
yeah,
But I think for Sam Darnold to be making that amount of money, I just don't think
Well,
it. Like, I don't think he's like
I don't
good,
even think the
like good
Sam
enough.
Darnold contract's that bad. I just haven't really liked their free agency so far.
yeah,
I don't think Sam Darnold is the answer, and Cooper Cup's really injury prone. I feel, but if it works out, it's cool.
I would give them. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of feeling a D here. I mean, I think DeMarcus Lawrence is a good player, but he's also not been the same these past
Injury
2 years.
prone.
yeah. He's old. I mean, he's gonna be depth. He's not even. He wasn't really contributing for the Cowboys.
Been beefing a little bit. No, it's interesting to see the Cowboys culture, but not really related.
Yeah.
But the Seahawks, I would personally give a D here. I just haven't really liked this so far. What would you guys go?
Yeah, I agree. D is fine.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could argue C just based on the pieces they brought in, but I just feel like they're not what they used to be, and Sam Darnold's not the answer. I don't think, or whatever.
I think also too for the Patriots, I feel like you have to look at this. They've spent a lot of money. I think they have gone better, but has the money they spent worth the players they've gotten?
Well, they have enough cap space to where I think they should be using it like that. So I'd say yeah.
But is it warranting A?
No, definitely not. I
Not,
think
not.
it's a B just because the
I don't know about the. I think they've signed some sneaky good players, but not some outright, stars.
I mean, Harold
Like
Landry,
it'll change your team around.
um, but like they haven't really addressed the O line or receiver. I think they kind of maybe overpaid for Carlson Davis. They brought in Morgan Moses, but I feel like they kind of maybe overpaid a little bit for Carlson Davis. Harold Landry, who knows how good he still is.
Like
Spillane
Chris
got a
said,
big
they have the
contract.
money. You might as well spend it.
They gave Milton Williams
But
21 a
yeah,
year.
I think they did overpay a little bit, but it definitely makes their team better. So they do deserve a B.
Browns here.
Probably
They
be around a
gave
B
Miles
plus,
Garrett
honestly.
that massive contract.
I mean, the Browns. I think, like as sad as it is for the Browns, I think it would have been better for them just to trade him.
yeah, I agree.
What they could have gone, I feel like would have been a lot. But
Well, I don't know because he's about to
I mean,
turn
having
30,
him is
so I
not a
don't know how
bad
much
thing
they
either.
could have gone.
Having him is not even a bad isn't even a bad thing either, though. So
I mean, they've been shoring up the O line. Ryan linebacker help. Haven't really done much other than the Miles Garrett extension. What are we feeling here?
I'm feeling a C.
I was gonna maybe go D, honestly.
Yeah, I'd agree with the D.
All right, Texans.
I
You
don't
know
know. I
what,
think
Pierce?
Miles
I'm gonna
Garrett
let you go. Cook up on this one. However you feel.
I think it's been. I don't like what we've done with the O line, and I don't like what we've done trying to retool it so far with Cam Robinson and O line beside. I do like Christian Kirk. I do like CJ Gardner Johnson. So those moves are great, but the O line is worrying. So I'm giving it middle of the pack, like a C.
We got the Devils, the Chiefs. Oh, I feel like not much has happened with them. They haven't really lost too much. They lost Justin Reed, but I mean, I feel like it's not the worst loss in the world. They brought in Jalen Moore. I think I think they might have overpaid a little for him. Elijah Mitchell is not really. I don't think we see too much of him. I'll probably just. They just haven't really done nothing. Haven't really lost nobody here. So I'm feeling probably either a D or a C here.
Yeah, I would be fine with either, honestly.
I think we'll just go C here because they haven't really lost nobody.
Yeah.
They haven't really
I
done
think
any
the
bad
resigning.
moves.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever free agency.
Cowboys also have done nothing. They brought in Javonte Williams. I think it's a good low risk, high reward. They paid their D tackle. I think it's underrated. I feel like that was a good contract. What else do we have?
Signing some people, so I'd give it a C.
Resign Kavonte Turpin. Like I feel like they've actually taken care of their players this year. So yeah, I'd go C too. Chargers. I've been hearing a lot of buzz over them having one of the better free agencies. I think I'd like a lot that um the Najee Harris move I haven't really been too ecstatic on. I think they should have maybe gave another run at J.K. Dobbins. I feel like he was playing good for them. But I feel like the move I've liked the most that they've made so far is the what's his name? It was the Eagles guard,
Oh,
Buckeye
oh,
Becton. Yeah,
yeah.
I really like that move a lot. I think
Yeah, I like that move.
the rest of these pieces have been a lot of depth pieces. Bring back Mike Williams. I don't think he's the same player anymore though. That's probably the reason why they let him leave last time.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could see an A here, but I would personally go B. Just because they've had cap space too and haven't really spent it to help Justin Herbert's like out. So I'd go B here.
Alright.
All right, Jets. How do we feel about the Jets free agency so far?
I mean, what? Obviously, they lost Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, but that was to be expected. I don't think Justin Fields is the quarterback of the future for them. If I'm,
I don't think Stevens is that good, but he's whatever.
yeah,
Cisco's alright.
I think we'll probably just go C here then.
I mean, yeah, not a lot to say.
yeah, I would agree.
All right, Panthers here. Who got pranked by Milton Williams?
Yeah, but I still think they've had an amazing offseason, honestly. They've added some pretty good, solid players so far. So,
Yeah, re-signed theirs. Brought in a couple underrated pieces like Bobby Brown. I feel like he probably might have a. I think he's gonna have a pretty good season next year. Paired up next to Derek Jones, J.C.
yeah,
Horn. I mean, as long as he can stay on the field, his contract is gonna be worth it.
totally. So I think like an A, honestly. Not an A, a B.
Titans here. They gave a lot of money to that tackle. Probably does not deserve it.
Yeah, and they just, I don't know, they lost Harold Landry. They're just, I don't like the position they're in right now.
I don't know.
Hopefully,
Well, that's why they have the number one pick.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably a D. I feel like they haven't really done much to help their roster. Colts. What have the Colts done?
I like the Colts a lot. They've like retooled the secondary as well,
Chardavius Ward, yeah.
fit well. So Javarius Ward, Cam Bynum. So I give them an A almost, honestly. Like because they've really all. No, I'd give them like a I give them a B because they've lost a lot of important players. So
All right, final team here, Jaguars. They lost superstar weapon Evan Ingram. Feel like we have to put him at F for that.
and Christian Kirk.
And Christian Kirk, but not as much as Evan Ingram.
Uh,
I feel like they haven't really made too many moves here.
Yeah, honestly, I'd throw it in C as well. Just not something, not super moving.
Yeah. All right, well, that was grading every single free agency team. Appreciate you guys for watching.
Yep. Thank you.